Hi students, it is very good time meet with you on online section. Okay, very good student. Already you have learned different chapters. Today also you are going to learn about transport. In this section, especially introduction of transport, you are learning. Just I recall in this introduction part what you are going to learn. Today you are going to learn especially the invention of the wheel, the different mode of transport, the problem faced due to the increased traffic, and not only that, in this chapter remaining things also you will learn, especially modern means of transport. What are that? Yes, railways, airways, waterways, etc. You will learn. Okay, first we will see here. First one, the invention of the wheel. Long ago, the early people could travel only on foot. They had to carry loads themselves. If we see 3500 BC, early people invented the wheel. Before that, people they don't know how to carry heavy goods. They were only carrying upon their shoulder. So early people carry load using animal to transport themselves and their goods. Later coming, they used some animals for carrying from one place to another place. The remaining one person was sitting under the tree. Unexpectedly, very heavy wind came. At the time, one branch of the tree was fell down and it was rolling on that place from top to down. So he find it. So like that he invented the wheel. So now see here the invention of the steam engine. Okay, about the invention of the wheel, the invention of the steam engine. This all everything more explanation I will give today. Only introduction part. That's why I am giving only brief explanation. You know, the second revolution came with the invention of the steam engine. Thomas Newcomen made the first practical steam engine about 300 years ago. But it was the steam engine designed by the James Wheel in England about 240 years ago made them popular. You know, the Thomas Newcomen made the first practical steam engine. But actually later, 240 years, James Watt from England, he prepared steam engine designed. Student, about the invention of the steam engine, also how it is, when it was, who did, how it is useful. That one you will see in next class. I will explain each one very well. Okay, listen carefully. Next heading. Okay, modern means of the transport. Okay, these engines are used to run various types of vehicles. Many vehicles are going on the road. Some vehicles are going on the sea. Some vehicles going in air. On the land, on sea, in air. Student. So here the steam engine were replaced by more efficient engines that used nowadays as engines are used by the diesel, petrol and electricity or solar energy or wind energy, etc. Okay, students, what are the land transports? Okay, land transports are there two types. One is railways and one more is roadways. One is roadway, one more is railway. Okay, see brief information about roadway. Land transport including roadways and railways. Early people traveled along the narrow paths formed by the movement of people and animals. After the wheel was invented and cars became popular, people felt the need for hard and smooth road. As vehicles become faster, it became necessary to have hard Okay, students, listen carefully. Only few information about roadways. See, without road, okay, man cannot travel very easily. So we know from 16th century onwards, all okay rulers, emperors, kings, they tried to develop the roadways. Why? Because if road is there very well, then it is very easy, possible to transport from one place to another place. Any heavy goods or people want to travel from one place to another place, if they want to export any items to from one place to another place, if they want import from one place to another place, it is very easy. Which one? Roadway. So that's why you know, student, about that one. Today every country has a network of paved or pakka roads. Okay, and nowadays in villages you are finding some kacha roads also there, some pakka roads are there. Means here metal and non-metal roads you may find. But see here, many countries they want to develop their country. That's why they are arranging national highways and expressways, metro. Okay, cities especially, you know, different type of the diamond road, etc. also. Okay, more explanation about roadway we will see in next class. Now see here about railway. Yes, brief information about railway. In most countries, okay, trains are the most important means of the transport for people and goods. They can efficiently move a large number of people over long distance. They are also very useful for moving bulk goods from one place to another place. See, student, in our India, many employment which is available to the people in railway department. Okay, our India railway, it is one of the most important okay department in our India, which is giving more profit to the government also. Okay, students, listen carefully. The trains are most important means of transport for the people and goods. See, if people want to travel from one place to another place, it is very easy, and it is giving very cheap cost also. Then the buses, and then the airways, and it may carry very heavy goods from one place to another place also. So it is very efficiently, okay, beneficial to the human beings. They can efficiently move a large number of the people over long distance from one place to another place you may find. They are also very useful for moving bulk goods from one place to another place. Early days in India, the first railway train can be between Bombay and Thane. The first time railway was okay run from Bombay to Thane. Especially you may find in Maharashtra. Britishers has introduced railway system in our India. Okay, more explanation you will see in next class. Now see here about waterways. Introduction class. Okay, now see waterways. Student, waterway also very useful to okay human being, but it is taking a long time from one place to another place for traveling. But it is very cheap, okay, cost for traveling from one country to another country. The ship and other okay steamers, boats, etc. May carry heavy goods from one place to another place. The early people made rafts to carry goods. They were soon replaced with boats. Then came to sailing boats, which used the power of the wind to move. With the invention of the steam engine, water transport also underwent a revolution. About 200 years ago, ships driven by steam engines started replaced sailboats. Okay, now see in the world, especially from one country to another country, this water transport is very essential, and they are exporting and importing goods. You may observe to make sea travel easier and faster. Canals linking sea have been dug. The Suez Canal links the Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea. Ships from India travel to Europe now go through this canal. Okay, student, the Panama Canal link the Pacific Ocean with the Atlantic Ocean. Ships going from Europe to Australia now going through this canal. Okay, student, you may listen like this through different canal and channels. Many water transports which are developed very well from one country to another country. So in India also, India is surrounded by the sea on three sides. So that's why our India we are calling a peninsula land. Its long coastal has a number of parts such as Mumbai, Kolkata, Visakhapatnam, Kochi and Goa within the India. Several rivers such as Brahmaputra and Ganga are used as a waterways. In India, many rivers are flowing. India was surrounded three side water, so water transport also here very well developed. Okay, we are exporting or importing goods through the waterway. Okay, next heading important one, airway. Listen carefully. It is one of the fastest travel engine. It is very useful to everyone. If anyone want to go fastly from one country to another country, airway is very useful to the human being. So that's why the faster through the most expensive the means of transport is by airway. Aeroplanes can fly over any kind of land or water and carry passengers and drive at about 800 kilometers an hour. Within 1 hour, this aeroplane may travel approximately 800 kilometers. You may know it may carry goods, carry human beings and heavy goods, etc. You may know, student. The first aeroplane was built by the Wright brothers in 1903. It was called Flyer I, and its first flight lasted about 12 seconds for a distance of less than 40 meters. Today, all the important cities are linked by air. Millions of the people fly every day to their distance within and outside their countries. So, airway also very useful to the human being. In our India especially, airway is the national carrier of India. It operates on local and international routes and connects India to all the important countries of the world. It also connects different parts of the world in our India also within each other. See, student, if you want to travel very fastly, if you have any emergency meeting, you can go by the airline, so you can easily reach your particular place. But some of the problems you may know, problem of increasing the traffic many people are facing in their living days. Daily, many people are facing through the traffic. Most large cities in the world have traffic problems. This cause air pollution and accidents also are happening, and air pollution is coming through the many vehicles you may find, and people also waste more time traveling. One way of reducing congestion is to important public transport. The underground railway or metro is one way to reduce congestion on the road. So that's why especially developed cities you may find metros. Trains are available for everyone have to reach their job place or working place to their company or their industry or their school or etc. Through the metro rails. If it is not there possible, some are traveling by the airways or some are using cars. But anyway, see, some problems are there, even though it is more useful to everyone. And listen carefully, student. Here in India, Kolkata was the first city to have a metro. Delhi now has one to effort are being more to reduce the pollution caused by the vehicles by using more efficient engines and fuels. CNG is a fuel which produced very little pollution. It has been introduced in Delhi for buses and three-wheelers. Students, listen carefully here. In India, Kolkata was the first city to have a metro. Which city has first metro train in our India? Yes, Kolkata has. Let we will see in this chapter, especially what you are going to learn. Let we recall now, especially listen carefully, students. Transport was revolutionized first by the invention of the wheel and then by the steam engine. Land transport includes the roadways and railways. Paved roads and highways have made road transport faster and more efficient. Trains can carry a large number of people over long distance and transport bulk goods. Waterways are cheaper than other modes of transport. Ships can carry hug amount of the bulk goods, etc. In this transport chapter, you are going to learn main dislike important to things. Even air transport is the faster and most expensive mode of transport. Increase in vehicles in cities has caused congestion on the roads, leading to pollution and accidents. So student, many benefits are there as well as some unbenefits things also you may know, student. I hope you have understood brief information about transport. Are you traveling from one place to another place? Yes, that one it is known as we call traveling. It is known as we call transport. If you will send your parents or you will go from one place to another place or you will send some goods etc. It we call transport. For that, I say several things about each one you will learn. In this chapter I will explain each heading properly. Now in this chapter, especially what you are going to learn is already today you have learned introduction of the transport. Only I have given today brief information about the invention of the wheel, invention of the steam engine. Isn't it or not? Yes, invention of the steam engine and invention of the wheel. Okay, long ago, human beings they had no will, so they were only carrying by themselves only. It is very difficult carrying heavy load things. If they may kill one big animal, it has very heavy weight, so it is not possible to carry from one place to another place. Why? Because those days early people, they have no proper shelter, they have no proper place, they have no proper tools, etc. So that's why they have faced several things, but unexpectedly one day they watched how that one wood was rolling. Through that they find it the wheel. They also made like the ring, then they prepared. Isn't it or not? Yes. Okay. Later the steam engines, through the help of Thomas Newcomen and James Watt, they helped. So steam engines came. Now it is very easy to transport from one place to another place. Okay, especially what are the main modern means of transports? Here, modern means of transport, especially four are there. One is roadways, second railways, third waterways, fourth airways. These all are most important, students. If I ask in exam what are the four modern means of transport, you ready to write. Okay, please tell me what are the four important modern means of transport. Yes, exactly. First one, roadways. For example, car, bus, bike, lorry, truck, auto, etc. Railways, second one. Yes, for example, passengers, superfast, express trains, Shatabdi, etc. Metro rails. Very good. Next, third one is waterways. For example, boats and sailing boats, steamers, ships, etc. Fourth one, airways, helicopters and aeroplanes, rockets. Like this, na? Very good, student. You must have to remember about the modern means of transport. If I ask in exam, what are the roadways vehicles, you have to write. If I ask what are the modern means of transport, if I ask only that one, you write only roadway, railway, waterway and airway. If I ask example of roadways, you have to write bus, car, jeep, etc. If I ask railways, you have to write different type of the trains. If I ask waterways, you also ready to write. If I ask about airways example, you have to write. Through that you may get good marks. Okay, students, in this chapter, what are there? You have to read textbook. It is your homework. What is your homework? Yes, read this 9th chapter one time with the concentration. You read and you have to participation in live discussion. If you have any doubts, I will give full clarity. So students, without reading textbook, you must have to face some problems. So you must have to read textbook and come live interaction. You are neglecting means you will lose. Some students are simply saying, I am not understanding. you first listen 1 or 2 times this video and read one time textbook and come live okay discussion. You ask your doubts, then I will give clarity to your doubts. Okay, about this one I will give more explanation in coming time. Today only I give introduction of this introduction of transport only I explained. Don't worry, each one I will explain every class. So we will meet in live discussion. Bye student.